So we are here in the topic that is reshaping India's political map, and part 1 has been already done. So we have to start with Aurangzeb. So before that, Shah Jahan is best remembered as the builder of Taj Mahal in Agra, and his well-built architecture where the Humayun Tomb, Red Fort, Jama Masjid are well famous, and he also promoted fine arts, calligraphy and garden design. Now, Aurangzeb. So, Aurangzeb seized the throne through a brutal war of succession that involved imprisoning his father Shah Jahan and eliminating his brother. Okay, so Shah Jahan's son was Aurangzeb, and there was a very brutal war of succession. He defeated and executed Dara Sheikh, presented his served head to their father. It means to his father, he just executed the head and just presented him Dara head. Okay, to Shah Jahan. Aurangzeb eliminated his other brothers, that is Murad and Suja, and crowned himself emperor in 1658 and named himself Alamgir or conqueror of the world. He ruled for almost 49 years. Now let us see his military skills. So Aurangzeb was a highly skilled military leader, known for his strategic mind, discipline and relentless campaign. He took the Mughal Empire to its greatest territorial extent, including the Deccan and parts of South India. He led many campaigns and managed vast armies over decades of warfare. Despite his success, his constant warfare drained the empire resources and weakened its stability in long term. And he died in 1707. So he was a very skilled military leader and with very strategic mind. He just invested his lot of money in campaign, and due to this, what happened? Even though he was a successful ruler, his constant warfare just drained the empire resources and weakened stability in long term. Now, what were his religious beliefs? So, he is known for his orthodox Islamic belief. He was a devout follower of Sunni Islam. He led a pious and austere lifestyle and avoided luxuries. He reintroduced the jizya tax on non-Muslim, which Akbar had abolished. Okay, so he was a pious Muslim. He reintroduced the jizya tax on non-Muslim, which Akbar had abolished. Okay. He was intolerant toward non-Islamic practices. He discouraged court music and dance in court. Aurangzeb was grounded in strict Sunni orthodoxy. His commitment to Islamic law contributed to resistance from various communities. Since he was very much orthodox and strict regarding the Sunni Islamic law, so he just get resistance from various communities also. Okay, so this was about his religious belief. Now, scholars' opinion on Aurangzeb. So, few scholars has given their opinion regarding Aurangzeb also. In the chapter it is mentioned. Let us see. So, many scholars argue that Aurangzeb's motives were primarily political rather than purely religious or ideological. Hindu temples were both destroyed and patronized under his reign depending on political contest. In 1669, Aurangzeb ordered governor to demolish temples. The motive is viewed by the most scholars as the primarily political, though couched in religious languages. So Aurangzeb also persecuted Muslims of other sects. Okay, so in this way, some scholars believe that the motive was politically, purely religious or ideological, while some other also believe that most of them that even though it was political but couched in religious language. Okay, not only this, he also persecuted Muslims of other sects, right? Other section. Now, resistance to the Mughal. Now we will see about the few rulers who resisted towards the Mughal, right? So first, Jat peasantries. In 17th century, Jat, the present day western Uttar Pradesh, Haryana and eastern Rajasthan, who managed to kill an oppressive officer of the Mughal administration. In subsequent battles, 20,000 men confronted the Mughal army and fought valiantly, but their Jat leader was killed and the rebellion suppressed. So, this is the Jat leader who just revolt against this Mughal administration, and there was a fighting was there. 20,000 men confronted this Mughal army and fought very fearlessly. Okay, but as their leader died and was killed the rebellion suppressed. So this is the first resistance to the Mughal by the Jat peasantries. Next, the Bhils, the Gond, the Santals, the Koch. So these are the tribal communities. These tribal groups also fought back against attempt to annex their territory or impose taxes on them. While some of these groups were subdued or gradually integrated into the Delhi Sultanate or the Mughal Empire, while some other tribal groups, especially those inhabiting forested, hilly areas or remote regions, managed to maintain some degree of independence. Okay, so they also resist back to the attempt to to Mughal Empire, those who try to annex their territory. Rani Durgavati. She was a brave queen of the Gond kingdom of Garhwa Mandala in central India. She is known for her valiant resistance against the Mughal army led by Asaf Khan during Akbar's reign. In 1564, she fought courageously to defend her kingdom but was eventually defeated as she was outnumbered and outmatched in weaponry. She chose to take her own life in battle rather than surrender. So she is a symbol of heroic figure in Indian history. Okay, so Rani Durgavati. She was also a brave queen who just resisted the Mughal emperor. She died and she is a symbol of heroic figure in Indian history. Now surge of the Rajputs, that is rise in power and prominence. Okay, prominence of Rajputs. Let us see. The surge of Rajput refer to their rise in power and prominence during the 16th and 17th centuries, especially under the Mughal Empire. After Alauddin Khilji military campaign weakened, many Rajput states gradually regained strength. As the Delhi Sultanate declined, Rajput rulers re-established independent kingdoms such as Mewar, Marwar and Amber. By the time the Mughals arrived in India, the Rajputs were once again a powerful political and military force, playing a major role in North Indian politics. Okay, so these are the rise of Rajputs. Now, Rana Sanga. So he was the powerful Rajput ruler. He is known for uniting several Rajput clans to resist foreign powers. His most famous battle was the Battle of Khandwa, that is in 1527, against Babur. Despite his bravery and leadership, Rana Sanga was defeated due to Babur's superior artillery and military tactics. Okay, so these are the resistance, right? Resistance from the Indian ruler and the kingdom to the Mughals. Maharana Pratap. Maharana Pratap, the ruler of the Mewar, is remembered for his refusal to accept the suzerainty of the Mughal. Maharana Pratap chose to fight for his independence and honor. He is most famous for the Battle of Haldighat, that is 1576, where he bravely fought the Mughal army, though the battle ended inconsolably. Despite facing hardship and living in forests with his family, he never surrendered or accepted Mughal authority. Maharana Pratap received strong support from the Bhils. The Bhils these are the tribal group. So the Bhils helped him with guerrilla warfare tactics using their knowledge of the terrain. However, some Rajputs became powerful by aligning with the Mughals, often through marriage alliance and military services. The surge of Rajputs reflect both their integration into the Mughal system and their struggle to maintain autonomy. Okay, so just now we have seen so many Rajput just fight with the Mughals also, and some of them just ally with the Mughal also by through marriage alliance and military services. So the surge of Rajput, that is the rise and the prominence of the Rajput, reflect both their integration into the Mughal system and their struggle also to maintain autonomy. Next, Ahoms. So the Ahoms were a powerful kingdom in Assam in northeastern India. They originally came from Myanmar, that is Burma, and were of Thai origin, settling in Brahmaputra Valley in 13th century. The Ahoms successfully resisted both the Delhi Sultanate and the Mughal invasion through smart military tactics, use of terrain, strong leadership and popular support, preserving their independence in the northeast for centuries. Lachit Borphukan was a great military commander of the Ahom kingdom in Assam. He is best known for leading the Ahom army to victory against the Mughal in the Battle of Saraighat, that is 16th 71, right? So Ahoms were the powerful kingdom who just preserved the Assam from the annexation of the area by the Delhi Sultanate or the Mughals, right? Now, the rise of Sikh. The Sikh community rose as a distinct religious and political force in Punjab under the leadership of their 10 gurus. Their rise was both spiritual and eventually military, especially in response to Mughal operations. So, Guru Nanak, he was the founder of Sikhism. He spread the message of equality, compassion, and oneness of God. Guru Arjan Dev, he compiled the Adi Granth, that is the early version of the Guru Granth Sahib. He was executed by the Mughal Emperor Jahangir, marking the start of Sikh-Mughal conflict. Guru Har Gobind introduced martial training and formed a Sikh army which fought several battles against the Mughal forces. Guru Tegh Bahadur. In 1675, a group of Kashmiri Pandit approached Guru Tegh Bahadur seeking protection from religious persecution. He opposed forced conversion of the Hindus by the Aurangzeb. He was publicly beheaded in Chandni Chowk on Aurangzeb's order. Guru Gobind Singh. He is the 10th and the last Guru. He founded the Khalsa, a military brotherhood of committed Sikh. He fought against Mughal and hill rulers to protect Sikh freedoms. Maharaja Ranjit Singh. Maharaja Ranjit Singh united the Sikh and established the powerful Sikh empire in Punjab. His military acumen, diplomatic skill, and religious tolerance allowed him to establish a strong, centralized Sikh empire which spanned much of the northwest, including parts of Kashmir. Okay, so all this name has been mentioned there in the textbook, and I have just tried to elaborate it. Right. Now, we're here in the last topic, that is administrating India. How administration under the Delhi Sultanate was there. Let us see how they were ruling the people. So, the Delhi Sultanate had a highly structured administration with the Sultan at the center supported by various departments, military officers and provincial governance to manage the vast empire efficiently. It includes defending the territories of Islam against possible aggression, collecting fees and taxes, and keeping in touch with public affairs and condition of the people by personal contact. The empire was divided into iktas, that is land grant, and iktars were appointed to collect revenue and maintain law and order. This system created a network of local administrators loyal to central authority, but their post was not hereditary. However, burden of taxes on peasants fell most heavily. Sometimes they have to face cruelty on account of paying revenue of their land. Okay, so this is the administration under the Delhi Sultanate. So the whole topic has been covered in point wise, so it may become easy for you to go through the topic. Next, let us see the Mughal administrative framework. The Mughal established a strong and centralized administrative system in India. Akbar created an efficient bureaucracy with departments and ministers for finance, military, justice, and religion. He divided the empire into subas, that is provinces. Each suba had Diwan, who is a revenue officer, Mir Baksi, who is a military commander, Khan-e-Samman, in charge of public works, trade, industry, and agriculture, and Sadar, that is, who will look after the justice, religious, and educational matters. So everyone have been given each role. At the village level, traditional structure of self-governance continued more or less undisturbed. Akbar introduced Mansabdari system to organize the administration and military of the Mughal Empire. Every officer called a Mansabdar was given a numerical rank based on Jat, that is a personal status and salary, and Sawar, that is a number of cavalrymen the officer had to maintain. Mansabdars were paid through Jagirs and were therefore also known as Jagirdars. With the help of Raja Todarmal, Akbar introduced efficient revenue system. Land was measured and tax was assessed based on average production. This brought fairness and efficiency in tax collection. Now, people lives. Between 13th and 17th centuries, India witnessed vibrant economic activity. due to its agrarian foundation, thriving artisanal industries, community-based and temple-based economies, and extensive trade networks. The subcontinent remained one of the wealthiest regions in the world due to Shreni, that is the Guild of Merchants or the Artisan, its regulated trade, training, and ethics, Jati, birth-based social group, it defined occupation, marriage, and ritual. So the subcontinent, it means India remained one by the wealthiest region in the world due to the guilds and the Jati system was there. Okay. The Sultanate period saw some progress in canals and other irrigation works. Roads were developed and linked to city. Coins in several metals were introduced as currency. Agriculture was the mainstay of the Indian economy. The expansion of irrigation system increased agricultural production. Rulers relied on agrarian revenue to maintain their administration and military. However, peasants suffered several famines in this period with relief depending upon the particular ruler's benevolence. Shipbuilding, essential to river and overseas trade, developed considerably in those centuries. Indian goods were exported from riverside towns such as Calicut, Mangalore, Surat, Masulipatnam or Hooghly. India import products including silk, horses, metal and all kind of luxury goods. Merchants from Arabia, Persia and Central Asia settled in Indian ports contributing to the bustling trade activity. The hundi system enabled merchants to transfer funds across political boundaries without physically transporting currency. With early periods of prosperity, the late 1600s witnessed economic stress. Okay. Peasants lost their land and became bonded laborer due to heavy tax imposed on them. Craft people and laborer too faces harsh economic condition. So during the Delhi Sultanate and Mughal period, India experienced political instability due to frequent dynastic changes, succession struggles, invasions and regional rebellions. However, despite this, the economy remained prosperous. So the paradox is unstable politics but a strong economy allow powerful empire to emerge and reshape India's political map. Okay. So this is about the reshaping India's political map. The chapter was too long. I have tried to elaborate each and every topic. So it also takes time for me also to go through the chapter and prepare in this way. I hope this video is going to help you while going through the chapter reshaping India's political map. So thank you for watching until end. Part 1 has been already uploaded and this is the part 2.